And welcome to my video. Today we're going to be doing this messy half updo and this glittery pink smoky eye for prom. When I think of prom, I think of glitter and sparkle, so I really wanted to incorporate glitter into the makeup look for today just to give it an extra little something something. So if you guys like this look, go ahead and keep watching and we'll get started with the tutorial. Alright, so for today I am going to use a 1-inch curler. You can go to Target and buy any 1-inch curler. This is from Target. The brand is PRD. I just got it because it's gold. It's kind of cool looking. I'm also going to use a teasing comb. This teasing comb is from Sally's. It's only like $8 and this is like the best teasing comb I've used. And I'm also going to use this hairspray, which is the Tresemme Perfectly Undone Hairspray. And that's just going to help us set everything. This looks almost like 2 inches. I don't know. I wouldn't know how to measure this. But taking a bit of hair, about that size, we're going to take the curler, making sure that the clamp is open. And we're going to curl our hair around the barrel. Once you get to the ends, you're just going to clamp it down and hold the ends out. And we're going to hold this for about 15 to 20 seconds. Ooh, ooh, I touched it. We're going to let the curl go into our hand. Now, grabbing a bobby pin, I'm just going to, wow, I need a mirror. I'm going to take it really close to my hairline and just pin it there. Now we have 1 curl set. We're going to do that for the whole bottom half of our hair. Alright, and since this is the middle layer, I'm going to curl this a little bit differently. Just since it's in the middle, I'm going to curl this just away from the face, just regularly. So I'm going to take a piece. I like to put my clamp around here. I like to curl it and then pull it down so that you're at the end. And then just curl it all the way up. Okay, so now we're done with this middle layer. We're finally going to take down this hair here at the top. And then we're going to split this in 2 down the middle. Alright, so we're going to split this in 2 and now we are going to curl it the same way we curled the bottom layer. So we're just going to take our hair, we're going to use the wand, leave the clamp open, and just curl that around the wand, clamp it down, and hold it for about 15 to 20 seconds. Alright, and now we have the hair curled and set. Setting our hair in bobby pins is just going to make sure that the curl lasts longer. So when you set it, then the curls come out all bouncy, and that way they'll last longer throughout the night, so you don't have to worry about your curls falling too much if you're dancing at prom. So our hair is set. I also went ahead and did my brows off camera. They take a while to do, so I like to do them off camera because otherwise we would be here all day and my camera would die and then I'd get no makeup done. So I did them off camera, and I also highlighted under the brow bone and just put a base on my eyelid. So for my base, I usually just use my concealer. For today, I used the Age Rewind concealer in Neutralizer. So it's a bit of a brighter color, but I did want more of a highlight today since we're playing with pinks. So now that we have the brows done with concealer, we do need to set the concealer. I'm gonna go into my Tartelette palette and I'm gonna take the color Super Mom. I'm gonna run that all over the lid, especially under the brow bone, and this is really gonna highlight the brows. But since we used that lighter concealer, the concealer did a lot of the work for us. And applying the lighter color just on top of the concealer, first off, that's gonna set the concealer that we used as our eyeshadow base, and second off, it's gonna make it a lot easier for the products to glide on. So I'm also gonna go in with this e.l.f. brow gel. This brow gel is probably my favorite affordable brow gel. It's only like $1 from e.l.f. Alright guys, so I went ahead and applied tape. Tape is just gonna make sure that all the makeup that we do just ends up having a really crisp line, so it's just so much cleaner. I'm gonna go in with this e.l.f. brush into my transition shade. I'm gonna take the color Force of Nature from the Tartelette palette, and I'm just gonna run that above the crease. Now to deepen up the crease a little bit more, we're gonna go into Natural Beauty with this Morphe brush, and it's just a deluxe fluffer. We're gonna take that right under that transition shade into the crease. And for this one, you really wanna work into the V, so we're gonna take this into a C shape. Alright, so using that same brush, we're gonna go into a little bit of Best Friend, and we're just gonna put this in the outer V. Getting back into that fluffy brush without any additional product, we're just gonna blend everything. Alright guys, so now that we have that color Best Friend in, I'm going to take this L'Oreal eyeshadow in the color Glistening Garnet. It's just a really pretty plum color. I'm going to take that on this dual-ended Naked 3 brush, and it just has a fluffy side and a flat side. I'm just going to spritz the fluffy side. What I want to do with this, since it is a sparkly shade and we've been using matte shades, is really bring it into the crease, bring it around into the inner corner, and then put it onto the lid. Now what I'm going to do is go back into my fluffy brush, take some Force of Nature, and I'm going to blend that out. Now, using the other end of the brush, I'm just going to get into the color Bombshell, which is a really deep purple, and I'm just going to put this into the outer crease. Using the other end that still has some of that product, we are just going to blend that out. We're going to go in with just the slightest amount of black, and we're just going to do the same process. And one more time, we're just going to blend it out with our fluffy brush. But now that we have that color Bombshell in and blended, we are gonna go into this glitter. I'm gonna take the smallest amount of this glitter because it is really hard to work with. This is the color Groupie from Wet n Wild. It's only about $1. What I'm gonna do is put that right into the middle of the eyelid, just a tad, and that's just gonna bring some sparkle into the look. So, spritzing my just a flat brush, I'm just really gonna get into that glitter. And what you want to do with this is dab. So we're just gonna dab. Now we're gonna go in and we're gonna do some liner. We're just gonna do this really thinly. Now we're gonna go in, make the wing, and then we're just gonna fill it in. Went really intense with that wing. Took it almost to my eyebrow. So now that that is done, we are just going to peel the tape off. Alright, so now that our lids are done, we are gonna go in with the rest of the face makeup. I have some glitter around my face, so I'm gonna try to take it off. But like I said, this glitter is really hard to work with, and I'm a little bit disappointed in it. Alright, so now we're gonna start on foundation. We wanna have a really good base for foundation. So what I'm gonna do is take my Instant Age Rewind Eraser Treatment Makeup. So this is pretty much just like a giant concealer. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take a tad on some spots that I have. So right here I have a little bit of breakouts. I also have some here on my chin. I'm just putting the smallest amount just so that we can have a really good base. Now I'm just gonna blend that into the skin with this really fluffy brush. Now I'm gonna take my L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Matte 24-Hour Foundation, and this is in the color 106. I'm just going to dot that along and then blend it out. So since we used that concealer makeup before applying this foundation, you don't have to use that much foundation now when you're using your regular foundation because most of our spots are already covered. Now I'm just going to take some concealer on a concealer brush and I'm just going to place that underneath the wing. Now I'm going to go into that concealer in medium and just place that underneath the eyes, on the forehead, down the nose, and onto the chin. And just for some extra highlight, I'm going to take the same concealer but in neutralizer, and I'm just going to put that on top of the other concealer, and also just a bit here and here. And we are just going to blend that concealer out. Now that we're all highlighted, we really want to set that highlight, so I'm going to go into my NYX HD Finishing Powder in the color Banana. Using this e.l.f. brush, I'm just going to put some on the tip and put that underneath the eyes. We're also going to take that onto the forehead, down the nose, and on the chin where we highlighted. Now we're going to take some Laura Mercier translucent powder onto our sponge, and we're just going to bake today. So we're just going to lightly place that underneath the eyes. And whatever's left over on the sponge, I just like to take it to the forehead, down the nose, and onto the chin. Alright, so while we wait for that bake to set, I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. This is in the shade medium/deep. I'm going to take some onto this Morphe angled brush. And for today, we're not going to really contour, we're just going to bronze up the skin. So I'm going to take some on this brush, tap off a lot of the excess, and pointing it upside down like this, we're just going to put that into the hollows and really blend it out. Take it to the chin and onto the jawline. Now we're gonna get into the e.l.f. bronzer palette, and I'm just gonna take this bronzy shade. I'm really just gonna take that above and just really brighten up the skin. Alright, so just to clean up these edges, I'm gonna take this Revlon concealer and just place that under the bronzer. This is a really creamy concealer. Going back into our beauty sponge, we're just gonna blend that out. Alright, so now that our bronzer's done, I'm just going to blend that with an e.l.f. stippling brush. Alright, so now I'm going to go into my ColourPop blush. This is in the color Birthday Suit. I'm just going to take that onto the e.l.f. brush, and I'm just going to lightly put that on top of where we put the bronzer. We're also going to go in and just brush off whatever's left under the eyes. Now that that blush is done, we are going to go in with highlight. I'm going to use my What's Up highlight, and I'm going to put that onto my finger first. Then I'm just going to dab that onto the highest points of my cheeks. I'm going to bring that down the nose. Now to set that, I'm going to get into my Becca highlight in Opal, and I'm just going to really place this on top of the What's Up highlight. Just a bit above the brows. And we're going to take just a tad on the tip of the nose. Alright, so now that we have that highlight done, I'm going to go back into my flat brush, and I'm going to take the shade, I'm going to take a mixture of Best Friend and Natural Beauty, and I'm just going to smoke out the lower lash line. I'm also going to go back into that L'Oreal shade, and I'm going to put that mainly just here into the beginning. Back into our fluffy brush, I'm just going to blend that out. I'm gonna apply some false lashes. House of Lashes Noir Fairy in black. I'm gonna apply some mascara first, and then I'm gonna apply the lashes off camera, and I'll be right back. All right guys, now that our lashes are on, I'm gonna move on to the waterline. I'm gonna use this white pencil from Wet n Wild. This is like $1. I'm just gonna run that into the waterline. Since we used a lot of dark products on the lid, that's gonna make the eyes open up a bit more with the white. Now I'm gonna go into my lower lash line, and I'm gonna take my L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. I'm just gonna run that in the lower lashes. All right, now that our lower lashes are done, we're gonna move on to lips. So first I'm gonna line the lips with the lip pencil in Soar. Next we are gonna go into the lips with the color Trap from the ColourPop Cosmetics Liquid Lipsticks line. And just to make that just a little bit more nude, I'm gonna go into this NYX Lingerie liquid lipstick in the color Satin Ribbon. I'm just gonna put that right on top of the other liquid lipstick we used. Just to set everything, I'm gonna use my MAC Fix Plus. All right, and while my face dries, I'm gonna take out all of my bobby pins, so I'll be right back. All right, so now that we took our hair out of those bobby pins, it's pretty curly. So the first thing that we're gonna do is just run our fingers through the curls and just sort of let them go a little bit, because right now they are very bouncy and very curly. So we wanna get that out. We don't wanna go too crazy because our hair is short, so if we let it go too much, it might poof out too much. Next, what we're gonna do is we're really gonna tease this top area here. I'm gonna take some hair, I'm gonna tease it, I'm gonna hairspray it, and then I'll just continue doing that until I have a big poof. So I'm really gonna tease this front section here. You really wanna mainly tease it in the bottom. Now your hair should pretty much stick up wherever you teased it. Now I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna take more from the front here. I'm gonna go in and tease that. Now we're gonna flip our hair back. Pretty much your hair is gonna look like this. So what we wanna do is really tame that. So we're gonna comb it through. All right, so now that the hair is smoothed out, what we're gonna do is just split our hair down the middle, and we're gonna take our hair out. We're gonna leave our bangs here. All right, guys, so I'm gonna take my hair, I'm gonna pull it back, just really loosely. I'm actually gonna pull some of these sections out. Just gonna bobby pin that there. Just to make sure everything lasts, I'm just gonna hairspray that. And give it a nice scrunch to really get that in the hair. You wanna make sure when you're putting the bobby pins in the back that you're putting them in an X shape so that they meet. Alright guys, and that's the end of the tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this messy half updo. And I hope you guys like this glittery pink smoky eye. I hope you have a blast at prom, and thank you so much for watching my video. Bye.